We're using Simon Lizotte's disc, so it's only natural that we make Simon Lizotte putts. Channel that clutch energy.
What's up YouTube fam, Robbie C here, and this week we have a special video with a special disc, the Discmania Tilt. This disc is crazy, y'all. It feels so weird. It's like board flat, and man, does it fly so funky. I really wanted to know how this disc flies, and the best way I could think of was tilt only round? I went out to George Ward, a local park, and played the front nine only using the tilt for putting, upshots, drives, trying to throw it on as many different angles as possible in as many ways as possible to try to get a good feel of the disc. Now I want to go ahead and apologize because George Ward had some construction going on and there were a lot of cars nearby, so there's a little bit of background noise, but bear with me, we have a good time while you ride it out. And stick around because at the end of the video I want to talk about this disc specifically and where I think it belongs in the sport of disc golf. Is it usable? Should amateurs bag it? Find out all of that after the round. You guys ready? See you guys at George Ward.
Here we go. I'm gonna try to crank over on it. Overstable!
So this is where my sound went out, and I apologize once again, y'all. Trying to run the putt and, man, didn't get it, but super close. Would have loved to start with a birdie, but we'll take the par right off the bat. What are you gonna do, right? Pars are worth it, especially when you're playing with a super weird disc. The next hole, I'm just looking for a big hyzer here, so that's what this disc should do. And boy, does it do it. It was so hard to get this thing to go far. You had to crank over on it so hard just to try to get a little distance. I thought, you know what? This thing likes to hyzer, so why not try a little spike hyzer to get there? And this is where I learned something funky about this disc. Now, you may have been watching the disc and totally missed the stumble, so I'll run it back for you. Man, full of grace. Something super overstable like that, if you start it on a super hyzer, it actually goes straight. Weird.
Put it on the back. A little roll backwards. I'll take that, yep. That's a bogey. Yeah, I know. Maybe a little too wide. I don't know. All right. What are you doing, Tree? Big forehand guy. Let's see how this does on a flex forehand. Me like it. Me like it a lot. How do you spell par? T-I-L-T. Tilt. Alrighty. If there's a hole that we're going to ace, it's going to be this one. Simon Lizotte, are you ready? Because this is how you ace with a tilt. It's not an ace. Cut that footage. You know, it's no ace, but it is a birdie. Tilt. Big hole, big distance.
Little arm? I don't know, this backhand route doesn't seem to be working. And I've been told you can throw this thing on like 80 different flight paths if you want to actually see some distance on it. So we're gonna go back to my ultimate days. Call Mjolnir. It's hammer time.
Fatality.
It's not hammer time. No hammers. No hammers. So in one of my videos, I talk about how if you want to play longer holes a bit easier, don't try to saw off all the distance divided into pieces. Well, I've abandoned that strategy on this throw, and now I have to get everything back. Forehand flex. We only have to throw this in if we want to get a par. Here we go. Remember what I said about throwing it in?
We only have to throw this in if we want to get a par.
Yeah. We didn't do that. We're using Simon Lizotte's disc, so it's only natural that we make Simon Lizotte putts. Channel that clutch energy. Clutch energy level's too low. I'm very sorry, Master Simon. Please forgive me. After what would seem a massive failure on the previous hole, we're gonna do a lot better on this one. Basket sits off to the right, just a mere, I don't know, 286 feet. Only child's play when you have the masterful tilt in your hand. Here we go, forehand flex. Say it with me, everybody. That will putt. Yeah. Still approaching. It rolled. A lot. In order to be clutch, you must believe you are clutch. Tilt. I've been here before. I know what you're looking for. I know what you want to see. You're thinking,
Robbie, they said that if you take this disc and throw it upside down, it goes better.
I don't quite understand that. But why not try it? I have a feeling that this is going to hurt my thumb a lot. Moving in the right direction. I'll take it. And yes, it does hurt your thumb. We're gonna try a similar thing to what we did on hole 2 and hit with that big spike. Try to drop it right in. So it does this weird thing where when it hits the ground, because it's like hitting so hard and so flat, it like stutters and almost like skips. Yeah, it does that. And skips forward, which gives it some extra forward momentum and progress, which is pretty cool. Looking at another par putt. Here we go. I know what some of you are thinking on this hole. Robbie, was there a road that runs through the middle of the hole? Don't worry, as locals, we ask that question a lot. But we're gonna try a flex forehand here, and who knows, maybe we will actually get a little road flare, which would be a bummer and exciting, all at the same time. Let's do it. Say it with me, everybody. That will putt. All right, it's time for the big flex putt. We're gonna put it out there and let it come on back and fall into the basket. Are you ready? Here's how you spell birdie. Honestly, I thought we had that one. That's okay.
The sound woes continue here. Check your batteries, guys. Always check the batteries. I didn't realize the batteries died on my mic, but big, huge uphill hole. Just gonna try the flex forehand once again. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty happy with that. Bigger distance than I thought I would get. We'll take it. Simple approach here. Just wanted to put it under the basket and end on a par. And man, don't know that I could have put it any closer than that. Parked, nice and easy. What a wild round. Lots of weird shots. But now, back to the booth to check out my thoughts on where the Discmania Tilt fits into the game. Man, y'all, that was crazy. Almost as crazy as the sound during that whole thing. Thanks again for sticking it out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the round, even pushing through those barriers. So where do I think that the Discmania Tilt belongs? Well, I think that, honestly, it could fit into some players' bags. I want to start by saying who shouldn't bag the Tilt, or honestly even try. If you can't throw a Firebird, a Felon, a Raptor, those super overstable fairway drivers at least 300 feet, then you probably have no business throwing this disc. Would it be fun to throw in a field? Sure. Is it going to be helpful in your bag? Probably not. I don't know that you're going to be able to see any useful things out of this disc, so I would highly encourage you stick with a Felon, stick with a Raptor, stick with those overstable discs and try to work those. Once you start getting that arm speed up, maybe you can check out a Tilt, and maybe by then it won't cost so much to buy this disc. One big complaint that I have with the Tilt, and I understand that there was production problems when it came to trying to craft something this wild, is that it is in base plastic. Just after one round, there was all sorts of cuts and dings in my disc, and that's one round. Now, the beauty of base plastic, as we all know, is that it will become less stable over time. It beats in, it wears in. I don't think this disc is ever going to become that super fluttery, like I can turn it over disc. That's really not what it was designed for. Are we going to see Simon ripping this off of the tee box on every drive? No. Do I think this disc has some really good usefulness among some more advanced players? Sure. Do I think there is usefulness to the Tilt? Yes. Do I think that 90% of the disc golf world can use that? No. Is it a really fun disc to have and to try out? Yeah. These are all simple questions to a pretty complicated disc. If you're on the fence and you don't have the money, I would suggest using that to buy other discs and test those out. But if you're a disc maniac or a disc collector, it's a really fun one to have, and I'm pretty stoked to have it in the collection. Once again, if you are an amateur and you're learning the game, I wouldn't suggest picking this disc up because I do actually think it's so overstable. If you try to overwork it, you could hurt yourself in a major way. So all in all, what's my verdict on the Tilt? Well, super fun. Do you need to bag a Tilt? Probably not. Is it a lot of fun to throw with your friends? Yes, but be safe. All in all, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope that if you have thrown a Tilt, let me know how it went in the comments below. If you want to try a Tilt, let me know how it went in the comments below. I'm here for you. If this was at all helpful for you, or you're just like,
Hey, that was kind of fun. This dude's pretty weird.
which I am, let's be real, then don't forget to like and subscribe. New content comes out here on the channel every Thursday. Thanks again for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you soon. But for now, I'm gonna leave you with the birdie.